Okay.
Welcome to the first cast for session 4, I think it must be now. Or was it session 3?
It is session 3.
Yeah, after session 3, prior to session 4. I'm joined by Darth today, and we're gonna go from east to west, starting at Japan. So, Japan is decided not to run an admin advice. I assume it must be because he's died. Not the best income, not the best force limit, and he went explode quality, so he made it to North America. Okay.
He
Colonial
actually spawned colonialism.
Oh yeah.
The trigger for colonialism spawn is you need to have 13 dev provinces, and I guess Portugal didn't have a lot, and I only had one.
Yeah, you need 13 development, coastal or trade center, and then you need quest for the new world, and you need
A
to have
province in the New
discovered.
World. No,
Yeah.
they changed it. You
Oh
need a
yeah, you
province
need a
in that now.
province now. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I guess Portugal's provinces weren't high dev.
You're getting a decent chunk of the Nippon trade node.
That's a really small amount, though.
Yeah. I guess it might be an issue with, well, there's one manufactory being built. I mean, it's just gonna be another Japan that sits on this island and do nothing the entire game, I guess. He has 17 death clicks. Where did all this mana go? Previous rulers. He didn't have shitty rulers. Like, I guess this one, but that was only for 7 years. Where did his mana go?
His average ruler is 12.3.
Yeah, that's quite high. I don't know where his mana went. Maybe he has been taking tech ahead of time or
How
something.
many dev clicks has he done?
17.
Oh. Um. Okay.
I mean, he really needs to just focus on his nation, I think. Like, focus on the mana. Run advisors.
Who's your rival to?
Yes.
Just Mad Yes?
Yeah.
And
And
he's allied to
he's
Manchu and Taiwan. Okay.
so he has no other possible rivals. I guess that hurts his mana a bit. I guess he's not afraid of either Manchu or Taiwan coming.
Well, he's allied. He's allied to them. Is he
Yeah.
embargoing Mad Yes?
No, he's not.
All right. If he he's never mind. He's declining so much. He doesn't matter.
Well, what I would say is try to run some high level advisors and sort your mana generation. It's really not been good.
I mean, his income's also bad. Is it the buildings? Does he just not have buildings?
Don't think he has like what 4 workshops, 10 temples.
All these buildings are kind of meh. I mean, he's got the good ones, I guess. Just try to build manufacturers. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sell some titles and see.
He's been doing that. It looks like so.
Yeah. I don't know where like this Japan is not in a great state. It's just lacking. Like it's not like higher than advisor. Still making 5 ducats. And then
At some point, when you get money, build forts on the straits. Like every, like you're allied to Manchu and Taiwan, and is Taiwan allied to Madjas?
Yes.
Yeah. So you probably won't get attacked by Madjas, but you know it never hurts to be safe.
Like it if somebody lands and they can like you don't have forts down here, they can like take this up island and sit on it.
And hire mercs there.
Yeah. So if somebody lands, they need to hire mercs in order to kill you. But if you are quickly to mobilize your armies and hire mercs yourself, you can kick them out again. Especially if you have forts, because if they have the able supremacy and take these provinces, then you cannot get back. But if there's a fort on them, it's way harder for them to occupy those. Same for these. And I guess up here as well. Well, I don't really know. Like, one glaring thing is you should be spying for tech.
Yeah, who can you see? Just India.
I mean, he's the most advanced in the area. He can't even spy on tech, and anyone for tech. Everyone is behind him on tech. But yeah, like, you should possibly spy on people to get some bonus eventually. Yeah, focus on your ideas, get. I mean, do you even want to finish Explore at this point? Or do you just want to... Maybe he wants to drop Explore and just like make spawn a colonial nation and then drop Explore? I guess, but go try to fill your quality ideas. Focus mill and fill your quality ideas. You can not decide not to fill Explore and then drop it and take it eco or trade or something that would make you more money. So Manchu had a war this session, right? He had a war against Tibet. Yeah, because I saw the peace deal. So Manchu is doing really great. He's 773 death. He doesn't have the institution yet. He has a force limit of 87. He got the morale of armies. I think you might want to take commercial advisory board. And you can sell on seas and summon diet, so that's free money and free loyalty for your states there. Can he form Qing, or does he need Emperor of China for that? He needs Emperor of China, right?
That's what it says. Or it needs to be dead, probably.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not really worth it. Can he waste the banners? How is it you do that? He has 17 banners, and that's likely why he has corruption. But when you have corruption, please root it out instantly.
Oh, his income's a little bit lower than Japan's.
Like this guy's basically gonna pay from himself, the trade efficiency guy, and give you Diplo on top. So please take that guy. You have a nice ruler, no doubt. How are your buildings looking? There's also a severe lack of buildings in this Manchu.
He won a war against Tibet.
Yeah.
Last session.
I know. Tibet is yanking him from a lot of his trade here. Why is that? Why does Tibet have so much trade power? Because he has so little. Caravan power plus 50. It's gonna hurt. His capital is up here. Wait, so
he moved his trade city.
Okay, he moved it. Okay. I don't know if it's worth running the edict, but it's a bit scuffed that you're losing this much trade. You do have 4 light ships that you're hunting privates in a node you're not really making money in. I think you should be protecting trade. He's killing some AI down here, so I guess that's good for him, but he's almost up to date on ideas. He was of course behind in tech as we saw, but he doesn't have colonialism yet. And it's barely spreading. I think he's getting it shared, right? Yeah. And how much is that costing him? 5 ducats. That goes to Japan.
No, it costs you 10% of your income. So.
Oh yeah, it's 3.4. I just looked at the diplomatic expenses, but that city's looted as well. Yeah, root out your corruption. How many loans does he have? He has 1 loan. You can arguably take burger loans and
just
pay up this loan, get your corruption down, and then you can possibly build a few manufactories on livestock and then fill them up with a workshop later, or after you build them. And after you get a few manufactories done, I would recommend you to spam regimental camps all over. Maybe build a few trade buildings in the Beijing node. Oh yeah, you should try to get this one. That is gonna help your income actually a lot. Okay, let's look at Taiwan. Yep, I remember the tag. So Taiwan is making better bank than the other two and is running decent advisors, is up to date on ideas. He's also lagging on tech and also lacking the institution. He can embrace it for 900 ducats, which he can get by selling seizing. So
which he won't do because then Taiwan doesn't look like the red numbers. Although he does have red numbers right now.
Yeah. What about some more red numbers? Red numbers good. His nation is looking quite fine. He got the Canton known solidified and like he's collecting here and here. optimally, I think you wanna once you solidify this node a bit more. I think there's still Wu here.
Is Wu his vassal? Yeah.
No, Sun Wu is
Right.
his vassal. Wu is not.
Oh, what? Okay.
So when you get these two centers of trade, I think you want to move your main trading city here, because right now you are losing negative 59% from collecting not in your main trade city. And this is just a way better node, so once you have the opportunity, move up here and collect here. Focus on getting these centers of trade. Dinan, maybe you can get that as well. I don't know if you have a border deal with Manchu.
Is
You
he allied to Manchu?
I mean, they had mutual ally in Japan, but no, he's not allied to Manchu. But he's in fact not rival to them. He also went explore. Where's his colonist?
He's colonizing the Pacific.
Islands. So this is just islands that's going to go to himself. I guess that's quite nice. Hawaii? No, that's not him. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna give you a bit of extra land. Medios finally came down here and actually took this stuff. Took him time. Yeah, so Taiwan is looking decent. How's he doing on buildings? No regimental camps, no manufactories. Some workshops, some temples. Yeah,
Check his naval force on buildings. Maybe he's building those.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No.
It's his vassals built some, but he didn't. So yeah, he needs to get built up. Like there's a lot good stuff to build left in his nation.
A lot of land still. If there's no Ayutthaya player.
Yeah, like if there's no Ayutthaya player, you can just freely move into Siam. Or Burma for that case.
I think Burma's kind of pushing it.
I mean, he could move into this area without too much trouble. Like, this is not Tibet. Tibet is up here, and Tibet just lost. And Indians are, well, apparently Indians declared war on each other because one of them was AI. So Indians are a bit, well, not going too well. But yeah, he seems to be relatively safe. I don't think the Manchu player is gonna fight him after in this stage. So he can just build up and chill and possibly form Great Wu. He needs this province up north, but other than that he just needs this down here, and Great Wu has quite better ideas than Taiwan. I even nerfed them, but I still think they're really, really good. Let's see how Medius is doing. Medius is finally taking control of the Malacca node, has 75%. Hopefully he can take some centers of trade from Malacca. If there's gonna be an Ayutthaya player, well, I asked Blurg if we can seed one, and I really hope we can seed one, but depends if this gets anyone who wants to. But he can really solidify this node and be rich as hell. Like, he's already making 16 ducats, way more than the others up here. He's doing the full naval cancer, as people would call it. He's a pirate republic, which is a bad government form because he's already struggling with GovCap.
Well, it's a bad government reform when you're free gaming like this.
Yeah.
Like if he was allied to the Malacca player originally, like if they split it.
Yeah, there was
fine.
there was a Malacca and a Brunei and him and I know Ayutthaya, but now he's just like all alone down here.
And then he's going to have some severe governing capacity.
Yeah, I played one game with Pirate Republic. Was like, I was so happy when I got out of it. I took over the country after somebody already went pirate. It was just like agony. So you're gonna be struggling with GovCap. You have no estates. Your factions. Well, this is not a bad faction, but it gives you yearly one Republican tradition. But that's just offset the negative you have here. So the factions are like, it's just so bad. He can not get Empire rank nowhere close, so yeah, he's gonna be suffering from GovCap, but he's gonna be rich as fuck. Like, there's so much money to be made here. You wanna prioritize colonizing this province and this province because they have a very high chance of spawning cloves. And you should kinda
he probably wants to kill that AI because it could spawn, like it could colonize those provinces and not spawn cloves, and then you're kind of screwed.
I mean, the pens increase the odds, so now it's like 88%.
Yeah, it's still.
So like 10% chance that he doesn't get it. Like, I think I had to reroll once last time I played down here to get it. But you should like basically treat this as gold mine provinces, like dip-deving them a lot and producing autonomy. Is something that's really valuable. And yeah, once you get this control down here as well, you can become nice and strong.
He is Hindu, yeah.
So he can use the monument, right? Yeah, he can use this monument. So yeah, that's 3 death cards for you. That's gonna be nice. He got good ruler and he's making decent income. His advisor is gonna be expensive in the long run, but he can just chill and take over this region. He didn't build these.
Especially with England not going naval, only has maybe Portugal to worry about and Japan, but Japan's not looking too great.
No, so he should be totally fine. Even if there's an entire player, like even if he fails to get this peninsula, he's still gonna be totally fine. Like as nobody's gonna beat him on the seas, so he can just chill. And if anybody ever wants to attack him, he can just sit in, see a big fleet down here, and look at people and laugh at the armies that can't cross. He has 100 PP, possibly going down though, and he can pop some missions. So yeah, this country's looking has a lot of potential, and he can possibly get Australia. I don't know if Taiwan is going for that, but I also think it was. Oh, he's going expansion, not explode. Okay, good.
Yeah, if you're allied to something with exploration, just get maps.
Yeah, and then just ask to share maps, and then you have additional colonists and a better idea group overall. So apparently, these guys were allied, but it seems like AI Bagmanis supported the independence of Jaffna. So either Bagmanis didn't set his AI settings, or AI can still support independence, even though.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think they maybe can, but I don't know.
His state looks fine. He's behind on ideas. He did fight two death wars in India. He's not up. Like nobody in East Asia is really doing too hot. Which means he's relatively safe, since I assume he was allied to Bagmanis until AI made shenanigans. So with that in mind, yeah, he should be fine. Tibet, of course, lost. I think he maybe helped in that war, but Manchu's a long way away from you, and you can chill in India, given that this is actually just AI messing around. But yeah, he has a lot of catching up to do as well. One manufactory, 3 regimental camps, some workshops. Yeah, well, he just needs to catch up until he can solidify his commandant node. He's spending decent on advisors, even though he's losing money, so that's good. Estate looks more or less fine. What is his average autonomy? Oh yeah, this is bad. 35 average autonomy. So yeah, he wanna get the Marathas full control, but he'd like needed the money, but I think he needs to start going up a bit.
And if he keeps on seizing and selling, the Marathas will eventually get everything, because they currently have the most.
Okay.
Like, you know, if the Marathas or nobles have the highest land share, eventually they will get all of it, if you just keep on playing normally.
Okay. I mean, I still think he needs to go up to 10 because his autonomy is hurting.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so this nation, well, it needs 100 years until it's worth something. Bagmanis is ludicrously behind on ideas, has 1 idea group.
He's really behind on admin, the easiest deck.
He's been running no advisors, yes. I guess this is what AI does to you, playing AI for a session. He needs 10 more PP or 5 more PP, and he has like the AI Delhi to rival. Yeah, this Pokemon is like, these 2 guys just need to sit back, slowly expand into the rest of India and build up their countries. Like there's some temples, but that's it. Like he got nothing else. He has Sin, so he has the Kalat fort, and there's no Timmy, but there's a QQ. I would like the first war with Delhi. I would go up here and take this, just so nobody else take this, and then you can more easily expand into the west, or be more relaxed about expanding into the west. And just mob off India generally. Like good part for you is there's no one coming from the west. Like there's no Portugal. Portugal is not doing too hot in the New World. I guess they got the Cape, but this Portugal is not known to be the most aggressive guy, and England is going full mainland. So I think these guys are safe down here.
So here's something to consider, actually, Hoppel. You could go Punjab to form Punjab, and if with the Punjab culture you're able to form Delhi, and then you could get all those cores, because you're really behind on admin. I don't know how you'd want to do it, but that's something you could maybe do.
And then you can form Punjab afterwards.
Yeah.
So go into this, get all this, but I mean he'll have to destate his other country, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. It is something you could.
I mean, if
do.
you long one wanna like if you either want to do Hindustan or Deccan, like Hindustan and Deccan can be done, but else Punjab is up there as well with good ideas. In India, like, and there's also Nepal, but that's gonna be very more agony.
I was just thinking that because this Delhi's still looking huge.
Yeah. Let's look at Tibet. How's he doing? He is a great power, actually. Interesting. Oh, he got the institution. He's falling off. Okay. Please root out your corruption.
A bit higher income than Manchu.
Yeah. So
what did he lose?
He had vassals here, and then he lost like 3 provinces himself here. This was AI down here, and this was already Manchu. So he lost like 3 provinces and 2 vassals.
Oh, yeah. He's now a theocracy?
Yeah.
I don't know if he was before.
I think he got that when he formed Tibet, and he did that session too. And he does have the... Doesn't Tibet has... Yeah, this one that gives him death cost in mountains, and... Remove... yeah, so it's a local modifier. Yeah, this because it's Arctic. Yeah, it's because it's Arctic. And then 15% because it's mountains. So if a non-Arctic province only gets the 15%. So he can really def this land. Very good. And if you are ever to find yourself in a war with Manchu again, which you possibly would, you need to have your armies ready, and then you need 1 fort here. You have a fort here, so you need a fort here, and like a fort up here, and then you, if your armies are ready, then you can hopefully force Manchu into fighting you on your defensive terrain. Because Manchu is still a horde, right? Yes, so he gets bonuses on flatland. So
Manchu has his forts mothballed on the border. I just saw that.
Oh. Interesting.
Do they have a truce still?
No truce. You can just go ahead and declare. And the only ally that will be coming in is Japan. Well, he doesn't have any allies of his own because VJ doesn't look too hot. But countries is like this country's looking decent. You need to root up the corruption. There's a glaring lack of buildings as well in this nation. I think he's stealing a lot of Manchu money. Yeah, he is. 8 ducats here, 5 going out from here. He's only collecting up there, which means he's getting nothing from Tibet. This trade is really scuffed.
He's collecting 2.3 in Samarkand.
Ah, he's also collecting in Samarkand. Okay, I guess. Yeah, this trade is very scuffed for him. But yeah, he just needs some defensive forts, and then just build up and def his provinces, I would say, and then wait for Manchu to attack, because you can win in your defensive terrain as long as you don't fight on all the flatlands out here. I don't think Manchu would be able to feasibly beat you in mountain forts and hill forts, highland forts. And this is like you have a really good defensive area. Actually, this fort doesn't cut, so like you need a fort here, and then you cut Manchu off. You could even build a forward fort here, but that might not do much. But yeah, he's got a few death clicks. He can take indebted to the merchant guilds. He might want to do that to invest in his nation. There's a wine manufactory and a livestock manufactory. Else you could build some force buildings. You took trade second. You're focusing dip, good. You are still up to date on that, so yeah, like country's doing okay. I don't know if we should look at QQ because they were AI for an entire session, but it did do a lot of stuff, and honestly, this country's looking fine. It's up to date on tech, has some estate stuff it can do, could run a bit more on advisors, but country's looking very well. Like I think it's even a Q1, and he's making big bank in the Persian node. Yeah, he's looking fine. I think Home was
ORM.
yeah. I remembered Hormuz is not looking too well.
Well, he got attacked by QQ and then was
Yeah,
able to get a white piece after all these loans. So yeah. I
that's
think
rough.
Adal helped him.
Yeah, I heard it as well. Um, would he like even want to give anything to Dim? He doesn't really have any provinces they benefit from, right?
No, you just do it so you get the 10 tech cost. You try to
Yeah,
get them above 60.
but you can only give like he doesn't have the province ones because I don't think he has a province with them, so I don't think he can. He doesn't have the province.
Well, just ask one of the Indians to convert one of your provinces and give it back or something.
Yeah, well, he can just take this Sebastian province up here. That is Vassal of QQ. Okay. Yeah. Well, or ask your ally
Oh yeah,
Adal
Adal, yeah.
to convert the voting for provinces. I mean, he's just gonna be chilling down here. There's not gonna be much happening for him because, well, there's a bit more expansion left up here, bit here, but I mean, if Mamluks is gonna die after this war, I don't know if they are. Like, Mamluks isn't gonna be dead after 100%. If Adal comes in or Songhai comes in, then yes, but if they don't come in, like, Mamluks is fine.
Hormuz should try to look at maybe forming Arabia. That's like the only reasonable thing you can do. It's not. They're not the greatest ideas, but
yeah,
they're better than Hormuz.
Can he not form Yemen?
Yemen's just blah.
EU4 Yemen, but Arabia doesn't give ideas.
No, they do in the mod. It's modded.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Make some nation own it. Own underscore prop like own one ARB.
Own 4282 RB. Trade tank, CC. These are absolute garbage.
Well, I mean, I think they're better than Hormuz.
It is Yemen infantry. Oh, am I streaming EU4 or am I sharing my screen for you?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so ICA, goods produced, trade, global trade power, national manpower, merchant, production efficiency. I think Yemeni ideas are better.
You think so?
Yeah, than this. Yeah, like he gets no military bonuses in here. Like he gets
Calf combat ability.
no. It's calf cost and calf flanking ability.
What? Oh, maybe these aren't ported.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I think these are just the vanilla ones.
These are really fucking bad. Like the Yemeni ideas are better.
Yeah, those are just the vanilla ones. My bad. We've played with other versions of this mod
Yeah.
where they had ideas.
Oh, he type and he was Eastern Plutocracy. I don't think this is the right one to go.
Not currently. You take the admin,
The admin cost. He's starting a disaster, internal conflicts. So
if he gets his war exhausted and removed in an edit.
Yeah. Well, he can. Like, how long does he have? It's not even. Oh, we need to unpause for that. Progress is +1 a month, and he currently has what 19 progress or something. 21 progress. So it's. He has 5 years. It should go down on its own in that time. And then he has a natural unrest guy here. Should go down on its own. To be honest, I don't think he needs to do anything. Yeah, country's looking rough. I mean, I don't know what. Like, he needs to just chill and build up and see what he can get of what's left of AI around him. There looks to be, well, this was his province. There's a Visit, and there's a Khorasan, and you can go in here. Like, you could go into Lahore, but it doesn't really help him a lot, does it? I mean, he can steer to Gujarat, and then... But land is like you could go up here. That could be a potential expansion possibility for you. I would also get to one step, will also help you this, even though it costs a bit of mana. You are doing decent on ideas, so that's not too bad. But yeah, you need to get your country sorted after this. Maybe you can get some save edits, and then you can possibly expand up here. Else, I don't know what you would want to do. Adal has a big fat bank. He can also sell in these. Estate looks fine. I don't well. He doesn't have the mill advisor cost, but I guess that's fine. Do you think he's gonna go Jewish?
I don't think so.
He gets 5 discipline, 15 manpower recovery speed. This is all hot garbage. And 10 fort defense, and then he of course gets the inverse defend of the faith. I mean, he would also get that from Jewish. Like, he could
you could, but like that's a pain. And he already religious converted once, and he knew it was a pain. So I don't.
But he haven't converted it away though.
He hasn't converted it away. No.
Like, all this was Sunni. He converted all this. Like,
but you have to do that for a mission. I think you have to convert all of the Horn of Africa region for like 10 or 20% manpower and true faith. As a mission.
And he can. I guess he could theoretically get to Aksum. What he needs to own, like, part of this or something.
Like 10 provinces in Arabia or something.
I'm just gonna pull it up.
I mean, I've done it before. Like,
but doesn't he need Antioch or something?
I don't think so. No, I didn't own Antioch.
Unify the types. It's Surpass Aksum, right? I think that's what it's called. Surpass the past. Yeah, okay, I guess he can do that. And then he forms Aksum, and Aksum has really good ideas, right?
No, they're not. Adal's ideas are good. He keeps Adal's.
I mean, these are not bad ideas, but
yeah.
Adal's ideas are better, right? Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess only formable that would be an improvement would be Israel. But Israel doesn't get the local modifier here anymore, or well, it doesn't get the morale from it.
It's not even really an improvement over Adal's.
Yeah, Jewish is improvement over his religion, but that's it. Okay. How's he doing on buildings? Are we recording actually? Yes, we are. He got some regimental camps. He got some manufactories. He got a lot of workshops, some churches, a few barracks. So yeah, he's doing quite okay on that department. I think he hasn't touched his forts at all. Maybe deleted some flatland forts.
So probably build a fort on Songhai's border.
Yeah, one fort here.
Oh, is he right now? Hey, he is doing it right now. It's like a day away.
Yeah. Yeah, 20th, 18 days off. And if you are really scared, then you can build another fort. But there's no real good position. Like, you can build fort here and fort here for the river crossings and for the swamp here. And then you can always cut off the reinforcing stacks, but this fort is the main one. It's so agony to go through this corridor, or any of these corridors.
He's currently building a spy network on the Mamluks.
Interesting. I guess he can beat the Mamluks when they're bankrupt without trouble. He 73 force limit, that's quite something, and quality eco done. Yeah,
He's got some force limit in his national ideas.
And he has this this to pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he could definitely do that. Does he have force limit here?
It was maintenance. My bad.
And
So
he has a
what's the
big
mission I
mini.
want? Is it Found the Adal Empire?
This one?
No. There's one that gives manpower. Of the True Faith. I'll convert the horn. Yeah, was it
Convert the
bottom left?
horn.
Like bottom left?
This one? Ah,
Yeah.
okay. And he has a big int mission for 5 discipline. And some.
And then after that, I'm assuming he forms Ethiopia.
Yeah. Um. Is
He's
this?
he's improving relations. I guess he's ready to start integrating them.
Oh,
He's
so
collecting in all 3 nodes: Ethiopia, Aden, and Zanzibar.
I think that might be correct given his
Well, there's no
circumstances.
trade stirring, so yeah, you
Yeah,
just collect everywhere.
but you do lose. Oh, this is his main node. I mean, he does lose negative
Yeah, but
66, but
it's leaking towards Aden.
yeah, yeah, so that doesn't matter for him. It's just like wait, he does. Oh, that's the trade power there. Yeah, he's losing trade power down here. Like if he moved his trade capital down here, he might actually make more money, but that of course comes at the cost of Congo, I think. His ally, so I think he would make more money that way, possibly.
Yeah, probably if he steered from Aden to there.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
if you like steered from Ethiopia to Gulf of Aden and steered down here and has his main trade capital down here, that would possibly make him more money. But country's looking quite well. It's up to date. It's getting built. He can do in-state interactions. It has weaker neighbors all around except Songhai. Or weakest neighbors up here, so it can possibly expand and be a nice country. Congo. So Darth has been complaining about not having a lot of mana. I think he has been having the.
You mean craft? I haven't.
Yeah. What did you say, Darth? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he's been complaining about not having a lot of mana, and he doesn't have the institution yet, and he's a bit behind on tech. He's just now getting it, I guess. Did it?
It spreads through some naval buildings, and it spreads really fast on the coast.
Well, he doesn't have the naval buildings. How
Well,
did this?
maybe built it somewhere, like in one of the. I don't know.
Yeah, but this is the only province that has it. Oh, because Portugal down here. Yeah, Portugal shared it with him this way, so he just got passive spread. Okay.
He's lucky Portugal didn't trade company that.
Yeah. No regimental camps. A lot of manufactories. Almost filled in workshops. One church. I guess that's in the capital. So he basically built his country for eco. He talked about being a bit scared of Songhai. If you are ever gonna fight a war, like this corridor is just as disgusting as the other up here, except it's all fucking jungle and there's like river crossings in this province. Like forts in this corridor would be beneficial. You're allied to Adal, so I think is fine. I don't think Portugal is gonna go on offensive.
It's on gold.
Fucking lucky! Holy shit!
I don't even know if the striking gold modifier got like the plus 50% if that got activated yet.
But well, Cape with gold, and it's gonna be 8 death once he's completed because the age bonus. This is so lucky. Like the chances of spawning gold here is like 2 or 3%, 4% here, so it gets something silver with the Cape.
As Portugal attire, it's doubled.
Yeah, but that's only if he popped it.
No, I'm sure he did. I think he did. It looked like he did.
But there's a lot of gold down here, so
Congo has Madagascar as a vassal. He's just finessing that up a little bit. He's spying on both Songhai and Adal, I think, for maps. Like, go see what his vision is.
Well, it's either for maps or tech.
No, I meant he's spying on his ally, I think, for maps.
Or for tech.
Well, I guess it could be both. But he doesn't have the tech
no,
yet.
he doesn't. He's did tech 6. Yeah, so likely for maps.
He's spying Portugal. Probably.
But he cannot get attack, so what would it give him? Like, he doesn't need maps anywhere really anymore, does he?
I just in the future, Portugal should probably have decent tech.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he's gonna make his way down here. Maybe he's gonna fight for Portugal. I don't know. If Portugal starts steering out of Zanzibar, I guess they could. Okay, Songhai is out of manpower, and Songhai took a big bite, and this single province was a snake, so this one is going back. But other than that, he got a big bite over here, and a big bite here, and...
He's counter-espionizing Congo.
He last cast I told him
Yeah.
This fort doesn't help you. If you want this fort to be helpful, you need a fort here. But this is not a jungle province.
Bonnie.
This one, and this one, like these two were the good ones forts. These two, because this is wasteland, these two both block off anything. Right now, Congo can declare on you, say, oh, there's a Benin fort. Well, I don't want to siege that, I'm just gonna go up here and into your heartland. He's collecting here and transferring, I guess that minimizes the pull from your nodes, so yeah. He went quantity eco. He is lacking a bit, he's not lacking on tech, but he's lacking a bit on ideas. You could possibly do more to get your demi-loyal. You do still have some fetishists. I would keep one province around just for making them happy. Very nice income though. He's making most of it from tax. Holy shit. He's making most of it from tax. I'm stunned. He didn't even depth his gold mine, but he still have 100 income. That's really good. Oh, he also got this one, but it's still 90 autonomy.
It's getting cored.
Yeah. No regimental camps. Some workshops, a few manufactories. He has 4 forts in his entire nation, 5 forts. I think that might be a bit too little.
2 of those forts don't even do anything.
Yeah. This fort.
No, like the fort on the...
Yeah, this fort blocks this one, but this one does nothing, and this does nothing. Yeah, like you have so easily the defensible country unless Portugal wanna attack you.
He's allied to Portugal.
Yeah. So, like, oh, it's just a fort here, a fort over here somewhere. And please, for the love of God, this fort, you even counter-espionaging against him. He's your rival, you must be afraid of him. Please afford him by this province. Other than that, yeah, he's doing amazing on income. He's took oversight by the ulema, and he took the increased levies. I think there's better choices. You are Sunni, and unless you're fighting Mamluks, you're never gonna be fighting a Sunni country, it seems. So I would put on expansionless cemetery.
Well, you don't need to put it on. You just keep the slot open, which he has.
I mean, yeah.
It gets minus, like if you don't fight anybody, like.
But he's gonna forget. People will forget. Just put it on.
It's fair, I guess.
And the oversight of the ulemas should arguably be replaced with religious culture. And increased levies should be replaced with nobility in the officer corps. It is, of course, minor stuff. It's not like glaring oversights as others, and then you can give this away so you can get a tech bonus from here.
Is he getting the institution?
Have he already had it?
Oh, he has it? Okay.
Yeah, I guess Portugal shared it with him. So some forts, and this nation is looking quite well, and just need to catch up on 3 eco, and then can go tech 10 on decent timing.
You should tech 10 before you fill those ideas in eco, probably.
Yeah, probably, because then he can spend his mill on getting quality, which would be what I recommend with.
And to spend your any excess Diplo on culture converting, because I'm sure your cultures are pretty. Bleh. Yeah.
I mean, before I would do any culture converting, I would yoink this up to 10.
Oh yeah. Get all your gold mines to 10.
10 dip def. Then you can think about culture converting or deving other provinces, but that should be your primary goal. Mamluks, I had a brief look at Mamluks, and this war is not looking good for them.
What's
They
the war
have,
goal?
well, it
Is
doesn't
it
really
Crete?
matter. Yeah, it's Crete. He didn't even have it. And Theodore seemed to have gained naval supremacy.
Well,
And
it's because he's really behind the dip tech, so it doesn't help.
he's liking, yeah, he's liking the mobile here.
And the engagement width.
Yeah, he's lacking half a mobile, and what is he engagement with from tier?
If you, I don't know. It's this next tech gives it, but
Yeah, well, you can't see in the text screen, but combat with +10, yeah. So yeah, he's been losing navally, and he's bankrupt in 6 months. Only way he can feasibly prevent going bankrupt is by giving monopolies, which it's not really gonna help him. He
no,
can.
he takes the interest per annum privilege again, right?
Oh, he
Oh
doesn't
yeah,
have that.
no, he doesn't.
I mean, yeah, that gives him a bit of strength.
He's still bankrupting though.
He has what, 13 months or something? I mean, if you really want to dev for, then you also do this and do it now, and then you just, whenever the cooldown goes up, you just take it. If you really wanna min max your war potential. But I don't think he's gonna win this war. I had a look at Poland. Poland is doing just fine on its finances. They're pushing him. He's getting rebels everywhere. Adal is his rival. So the way he survives is if he uncons and then somehow miraculously get QQ to help. QQ is his rival. Holmes is not going to be capable of helping him. He,
I think
he
he was allied to Keith at some point. I think the AI might have
he was
rivaled him.
also allied to Morocco at some point, but
Yeah, he's allied to both of them at the beginning
yeah.
of the last system.
So like you could uncounter Poland. If QQ really want to ally you, then you ally QQ, and then you can survive against Adal. Um, I don't think you can win this one anyway, and you're not really making your enemies bleed more than you're bleeding yourself. So if you if QQ is not gonna help you, then you just continue fighting, and then you die to Adal, I guess. So yeah, it's a rough, but Muscovy. Muscovy just with the Yetik, he can form the Russian nation. He just took the admin tech, is at 8 mana. So he can form Russia. It's gonna help him a lot. His gov cap is gonna be better. He can
Well, I mean,
stay.
you may as well do it right now. Like,
Yeah, well, I even made a save where we could do it. So his gov cap is gonna be better. He can stay at like 500 more gov cap. He can integrate his vessels easily. He can start doing Siberian frontier to get some free land. You might even be lucky you'll get a colony or two before the age end. For some extra free dev up there. Basquid is a 10 development. He has a merchant in Astrakhan and a merchant in Kiev. I
yeah.
guess that's the best setup for him. Last time he was collecting in White Sea, and I told him that wasn't ideal. You have a very good ruler and an even better heir, so that's cool. You're running the build-up icon.
Does he have institution yet? Running the
No,
institution spread one
he's
might be better.
getting, yeah, and it also makes it getting it cheaper. Like he can still consecrate like a shit ton of metropolitans, right? Two. But way more when he gets all this stuff converted down here. Yeah, and he's gonna be going in here, and like he has Uzbek, Siberia, Transoxiana, and Astrakhan left to gobble up, and that's enough with the Siberian frontier for Russia to be nice and strong. And he needs to build up. He has no regimental camps. Got some of the workshops. Got a few manufactories. Got some of the manpower buildings. Got some fort in the west. Basquid might need a fort at one point, and then you can have another fort up here, and then you need to be defending on flatlands down here. But if you're not expecting anything from the east, you might as well be fine there.
Who's he allied to?
I think he's allied to Denmark and
Okay, like
France.
even though you're not allied to Poland and you were like friendly with them, I'd still just keep your forts up. I don't.
Well, Poland is right now fighting.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
it's a good habit.
yeah, like it costs very little and it can potentially save you from disaster. Yeah, Russia doesn't have a defensive line, but has so big provinces and so many shitty provinces people have to walk through, and that's kind of your defense. And you can make some forts in, like, this is woods, but down here there's steppes, so it's not really defensible. But you have so much land. You went offensive eco. I think that's a weird choice. Also, you are actually not getting a lot out of Russian ideas because you're not getting the plus 50% force limit yet. I would go quality ideas next, and I would focus mill as soon as you can. You can do that in.
Wait, is he focusing on nothing? Oh, he's focusing on admin.
Yeah,
Okay.
like he's still filling out eco, but
Oh, still filling out eco. Ooh.
yeah, that he doesn't have his 50% land force limit modifier. That's also why he didn't jump up in quarters after we made Russia formation. If he had that, he would be jumping up in quarters as well. You can summon the Dyad. Strong dotties, yeah. You're given land rights away. Don't think you're gonna lead those long one, but maybe. Yeah, you can just chill, and I think you should be going quality into trade ideas, and you can just chill. And he's not really gonna be using admin for coring much more because there's nothing left to core for him except for stating provinces, because he's gonna be using Diplo to integrate Astrakhan, Siberia, and Transoxania. He has a 110 force limit. That's gonna jump up to 160, and then if you build all his regimental camps, it's gonna jump up to like what 400. After you get some court, he already has 110 provinces. Yeah, this Russia is looking quite well because it had peace entire game.
He helped kill the Timurids.
Yeah, well, that was not much help. Timmy recruited the foreign merc companies and went bankrupt in 3 months. So yeah, and he's got himself Samarkand, but he's doesn't look to be getting human. So
You want to work on your power projection though. Like it's 38.
yeah,
He's
humiliated
not.
Ottomans.
No, who are his rivals?
Castile, Austria, and Mamluks, and he's not.
Embargoing anybody.
Yeah.
You also want to rival people closer so you can send privateers.
Yeah, like you
Probably.
can. He has a port up here, so he could feasibly send privateers to France or England, but not to Castile, Austria, and Mamluks.
He could do it to them if like he gets fleet basing rights from Theodoro.
Yeah.
Or Poland.
I guess yeah, but he's
But
allied
as
Denmark.
a great power, you should never be under 50 power projection.
Yeah.
Ever. Unless you lose a war.
He's not a great power, is he? He is.
Oh, he's not a great power? Oh no, well he is. He will be once he embraces.
Yeah.
Right?
But
Oh no, he is right now. No, he is right now. Muscovy took because he's not Muscovy.
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess he was above 50 then.
Okay.
Okay.
Never mind.
Look at. So I think Denmark was wanting Norway to colonize, but
They're using their explorers on them. Their colonists on themselves to improve development. Oh, they don't even have like range really.
No, they have the range for this one.
Yeah, I think they're the range for Caribbean as well, probably.
No.
Oh no.
That's a long way. But like, yeah, you took like the
I mean, I didn't
region.
I didn't do that intentionally, but
No, yeah, well, you didn't do it. No. But to be honest, I think he needs to just start integrating them. If you get a colony, cool, but you need Scandinavian ideas and you need Akahus for that. You also need all the land. That said, I think his nation is looking quite fine. He is started on the 3rd idea group. He is a bit behind on Dip Tech, but he's doing fine. He has increased levies and rights of the council are the better choices in here. Religious diplomats is something that's nice in the early game for coalitions, but you can put that away now.
I don't think he even was in range of coalitions anyway.
Come again?
He just took. He was never even had to worry about coalitions. He just
Okay.
took a little bit in the Baltic, like. If you're going to the HRE, yeah, you probably want that on.
Well, he
maybe.
only took this Martian was the only province he ever
Yeah,
took in the HOE, so and then he took a bunch over here in the Baltic
and
Sea.
no one cares about that.
Yeah, I mean Brandenburg and England is kind of taking some money off him. Local trade power, yes.
He should consider maybe just collecting in the Baltic and Lubeck.
Yeah, I think that would possibly make him more money because Lubeck is gonna leave Gladway anyway, and there's no one that's collecting here except Brandenburg could.
I mean, Brandenburg should also consider
Yeah,
collecting
yeah. Both
some Baltic.
Brandenburg and Denmark should collect in Baltic Sea, and England will lose money for that.
Oh, hold on. Don't take out yet. Or what are you trying to do?
I was just like, why can I
Okay.
have why do
So,
you have Fission over all of England and France?
oh, you'd probably take F of OW.
Yeah, that is what I'm literally typing to get back on, but I'm not getting it back on.
No, whatever. So, what are his buildings like?
A few regimental camps, no barracks, few workshops, three manufactories.
What's Dallas Kogan's autonomy? Did he decrease it? Yeah,
Uh,
he decreased it.
yeah.
It might be worth running the autonomy policy in this state.
Yeah, there's a lot of money.
I don't.
Oh, this is bad. There's also like 1+1.5 goods produced, and it's 75% local autonomy here.
Oh, he built the courthouse there. He's aware.
Oh, Seed of Strong Aristocrats. The worst fucking word. Like, hopefully you get these on your gold mine and just cry.
You get them on your high dev provinces, and those are usually your gold mines.
Yeah. He's
So
drilling. I don't think you want to drill in this mod. You gain very little compared to hiring a general.
No, drilling is 5 times worse than it normally is. And I don't think
Yeah.
it's worth to begin with, personally.
So,
Unless you have a lot of.
yeah, do like this.
Oh, he does have good money though.
Yeah, but like,
He's still got a lot. Yeah.
yeah, he still has regimental camps all over. His autonomy is a bit high. He took the centralized bureaucracy. Okay.
Spying on Portugal.
I would assume that was for tech.
From. I don't know. He's if he's spying on anybody in Europe, spy on Florence.
Yeah, Florence is even his rival.
Or Geneva. Like I mirror Florence.
He's no longer allied to Cologne. He was allied to Cologne.
They have annulled treaties for like
Ah.
some couple years. I don't know.
Okay, let's look at Brandenburg. Brandenburg is...
Before I do that, Denmark said build forts on all those straits. Like,
Yes.
you always build forts on straits.
On Fyn, Sjælland and Lund. And...
I mean, that one, you can do it. I do it myself, but I just meant the middle one. It doesn't matter because you're gonna walk around.
I mean,
He's allied to Russia. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still should build forts.
Like England is not naval. He has ruled, but he's gonna form Ireland and have ruled Britannia, so he can feasibly beat him on naval in inland. So yeah, would be wise.
You could even build some of those. Sorry, you could even build like a coastal battery in there too if you wanted to.
Brandenburg has quantity eco, but only 66 force limit. Low autonomy. I told Brandenburg he should also not drill and get buildings done, so he's getting some workshops done. He has no force limit buildings. Yeah, well, he's lacking a lot on the buildings. He hasn't finished eco yet. He doesn't get his 10% morale of armies. He needs Protestantism to spawn, so Brandenburg is behind on parameters.
I mean, he got Lubeck and Hamburg.
Yeah, that's good.
It looks like Bremen, yeah, too. Yeah, he's got like all the trade centers in Lubeck.
Yeah, this is all his vessels. But he's been having no player wars. Like, he's just been chilling.
What's his trade efficiency? And then actually just click on the Lubeck node. Trade 44. And then what's Denmark's? 59. Oh, okay. Denmark's not that high either.
I mean, yeah, they're not allowed to do any deal, but he should also collect.
No, I'm just it's just you could have Could give Hamburg to Denmark.
Oh yeah, well yeah. But they should both collect in the Baltic and in Lübeck,
Yes.
and that way less money is going to English Channel. So yeah, put a merchant, like the merchant they have collecting in Baltic Sea should be collecting from trade and not steering.
He has it in Saxony steering.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt him, does it? Well,
No,
he
no,
should
it's
put
just
it in Baltic.
he doesn't have one in Baltic to steer.
Oh, he doesn't have one. Well, he has one in Lübeck, and he doesn't need one in Lübeck.
It gives you 10 trade efficiency.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think collecting in Baltic would probably just look at it yourself.
Do you think it's worth it for him to move a merchant into Vineland?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe. Also, just look at this at some point. See if it makes you more money or less money. What's his governing capacity?
Whitenut's fine. He's not Prussia yet.
Yeah, if he's Prussia, then he'd be over.
Yeah. He didn't give away the land rights either yet.
He's got room for him.
Yeah. He has Crownland for them as well. So yeah, he needs to build up, like, he needs all these forcement buildings.
And you gotta look at building courthouses too.
Yeah, because once you form Prussia, you're gonna be struggling with GovCap. So Poland?
Not hurting at all from this war.
No. I mean, his manpower is a bit low, but besides that,
He's going defensive.
That's interesting. Like, I don't think he's going full calf. He is going full calf, but he did not go aristocratic for the CCA. And Cossacks is nerfed. He doesn't have Cossacks.
Yeah, he doesn't have a single set province because
He
he let Theodoro have Moldavia.
Yeah.
Just borrow a province and then give it back. He'll spawn Cossacks.
No, he loses Cossacks if he doesn't have any steps.
No.
You don't?
You keep them. You keep them.
Sure?
You just need yeah.
Well, you
go do it. Do it. Just give him a set province and then take it away. You lose a bunch of crown land though, so might want to watch
I need to unpause. I'm gonna do that after we've done all the nations then. He has Krakow Monument. He's getting one merchant from it. He can get another merchant once he has some money. He has one merchant in Pest. That's giving him a good chunk of money. Denmark has power here.
Another one in Kiev. The Kiev one, I guess. Crimea maybe works too.
He has a merchant in his main node.
Oh, the merchant in your main node, that's such a low amount. I don't think the 10 trade efficiency is worth that.
He could steer from Crimea or Ragusa. Ragusa's already moving this way though.
I think Crimea.
Yeah. Well, Crimea's already moving into Pest.
Not all of it.
Well, most of it.
He gets his caravan pull, so he'd pull more.
Yeah. I mean, Fyodor is his ally, but yeah, you have to.
Yeah, but you have to.
Optimize your own trade. You have some separatists. How he's doing for buildings? This Poland has 0 regimental camps and is still this strong. Got a lot of manpower buildings. That's why his manpower is that high. Got a good chunk of workshops. No manufactories. Yeah, he needs to get on top of his regimental camps. Like, same as with Muscovy. Like, you have, what, 92 provinces, and you have a bit more with you. This is not his subjects.
He's got some.
He has Serbia, 1 province. And he has 2 provinces in Titan subjects. But yeah, like, your force limit will jump up by 100 if you build all those buildings. So that's something really to keep in mind. Your autonomy is 20%. After this war, you're likely gonna be able to decrease it possibly in some provinces. And yeah, you're gonna win this war. And what can you take?
I'm assuming he might just give all this to Theodoro.
Like, even if you give stuff to Fyodor, like, this is still Ottomans, so like Fyodor can get these provinces, I guess. But what I would do, it would, like, if you want to give a lot to Fyodor, I would at least take
the coast.
yeah, take these 3 provinces for yourself at least. Then you could possibly take it down here for the trade power. And then give Fyodor provinces 1 line in so you don't snake. then you'll never have to worry about crushing again if you own both sides. Yeah.
What's his tech? He had that 666 ruler for like
Yeah,
forever.
he's doing fine on tech. And he's doing fine on ideas. Like, the only thing is they're missing his force limit buildings. That's about it. Could be spending a bit more on advisors.
Yeah.
And we have better manufactories coming up soon as well, so I guess he's gonna missing those.
I think as Poland you can do is you could just ignore dip tech and just dip dev everything.
Yeah.
It does help because your trade's bad, and you usually don't care about naval stuff as Poland.
I mean, he had to care. He won because he was ahead on dip tech, I think. Yeah, his country's doing fine. Just need to invest in force limit buildings, and then he's grand. Okay, Darth, give me some tips. My nation. I mean, religious diplomats need to go, but other than that, I've seen no issues with my estates.
What your burger sit at, like the equilibrium?
61.
61. Nice.
Um.
Yeah, this looks fine.
My vassals, Venice is the transferring trade power. But they are unloyal, whatever. They give me trade power. That's what matters. I have 99 force limit. I'm currently not employing that much, but I do have a cannon stack. 22 cannons, and I think the four combo with 25, so almost a cannon stack. That said, we haven't hit Tech 13 yet, so it's not really that important. I'm making 70 income.
Kind of high inflation there.
Yeah, it's going down now that I have this one and this one. That's making it go down. Even though I got quite a lot of gold income. Like, I took this country over from Jan. He didn't get the Czech gold mine, so that's still Bohemian. But other than that, I started integrating Bohemia. Yeah.
Did you fire those integration missions? Were you able to?
No, I didn't. I wasn't able to fire them, sadly. Like, the first one up here, Imperial Ascendancy.
That one you can never do unless you kill Bohemia in a way that nobody else gets provinces.
Yeah.
Because Bohemia is the only nation in the part that's too big.
And then Brandenburg takes 2 provinces and he can't do it.
Yeah. So you'd ask Brandenburg to make that a vassal, like after he takes it.
I'm still spending something on this, but it was 4 when I took over the country. Now I've got it down to 1 at least.
How many vassals do you have? Like normal vassals?
1, and I don't have start and ability for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I talked about this before. You used to build a fort in Tyrol, or no, not Tyrol, Trent, Weltz, Tyrol. Yeah, that province.
Because that locks this way up. Yeah, should do.
And then the Treviso fort could be moved to Venezia.
Yeah, then if the opponent doesn't have naval control, it's cancer.
And even if they do have naval control, then you can walk there, so they can't just take Venice from you.
Wallstatt might also need to be a fort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should be focusing a bit on forts. Yeah, looking great on these. More to build. Yeah, my country is pretty well built. I was able to build a lot this session. And well, I get some more land to have fun with once I integrate my different subjects. And there's still like what 3 cities to go around or something. So a bit more land I'll be able to get there. So yeah, it's a nice chunk of land I'm gonna get myself.
Did you add all your provinces to the empire?
Yeah, I think I clicked that button recently.
Yeah. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, because then you don't get the dev cost here and construction cost. Yeah, my country is doing quite well. I don't really know what, like, you didn't have anything. I don't really know what myself I could comment on. Like, my inflation's going down.
Look at your missions. So there's scroll up. The balance of the estates. Yeah, it's a decent tree to go for, but you're selling a lot, so it's kind of selling is so good.
I need 70 more dev in this. Oh well,
I
converted a lot of Austrian away to Swiss culture.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It gives you 0.5 prestige and then like 10 loyalty, or 5 loyalty. Okay, the
yeah.
the bottom one forever.
Yeah. But I needed 50 development and
Higher than pest and
yeah,
whatever.
5 owned provinces with 30. So it's not really gonna matter. I think I don't think I'm gonna really go for it.
Well, you
Plus,
get it eventually. Just remember that.
yeah. I really want the Ulm monument later down the line. I think this is a great monument.
If you vassalize Ulm and then integrate them, the monument stays the same. I think.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I think
actually, I don't know
it's
about that one.
but
Maybe so quickly.
it's not really. It doesn't really matter too much until you
No.
get it to level 3. So yeah, that was me. Let's look at
You're
Cologne.
steering in Piest, collecting in Vienna. I'm assuming you're collecting in Venice as well.
I'm not collecting in Vienna. I'm only collecting in Venice.
Oh, you're steering. You're steering in Vienna. Okay.
Yeah, I think I should possibly steer not from Pest but from Ragusa.
I don't. The thing with Ragusa, I guess with just Hungary steering, but if somebody else was steering in Ragusa, like Poland,
Yeah,
the caravan power just pulls so much.
but this is not an inland node.
If you pull from Ragusa to Pest, it's inland. It counts. Like
Okay.
if you steer
Yeah,
inland.
yeah.
But since it's just Hungary, who I'm assuming doesn't really have that much power, yeah, I should probably steer in Ragusa.
Mm. Yeah,
And probably embargo Florence, who I think's collecting venoms.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
collecting.
yeah, he's collecting a lot.
But he's not my rival though.
Yeah, it still might just be worth it.
Yeah, I know. I could also upgrade some of these. This is level 1.
You're running the trade edicts in these.
No, it's not because.
You should run them all.
This is. This is not stated yet because I'm gonna culture convert. So I guess here I could. That's in Ragusa. So I only have in one state. Yeah, in Venetia should likely run the trade. Oh, I just clicked missionary. Good times. Cologne in Golden Arrow won the war against Waffenberg. Is a lot in depth, but he's making money. He has a 67 force limit, which is quite low for his size. He's still trying to fill out eco ideas. He built his country's
That's a good church though. What was that? 0.7 or what was that?
0.16,
Size?
0.19.
Never mind. I don't know what it's other. Oh, okay. It's a regimental camp. Okay.
That's a good church. Yeah, well, Cologne, it's scuffed, it's small, it had a death war with Waffenberg, it lost, and then it won the truce break, and then England came in and ate a bunch of him, and he lost his vassal on these provinces up here, so he's quite small.
He gained Frankfurt though.
Yeah, he gained Frankfurt, that's gonna help his income. Like, he's earning 11 ducats in this node. Which I think is a lot for his size.
Steering in Vienna and Saxony, yeah, I guess.
I think it's like, no, it's not that bold actually because it's capital fort, so he's still gonna have a garrison. He can form Westphalia when he can take up once. And
the one fort behind Frankfurt, even though it's behind a fort, if it gets turned on, somebody could walk there and take it right away.
Yeah.
So it's not actually behind a fort because it's adjacent. Right, because you can always move to adjacent. Like,
I mean,
you could just move there.
He has a truce with England for 7 years, but no truce with France. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's much to comment on because this nation is so small and everything looks decent enough. He can form Westphalia, gonna help him. He needs to repay his loans, and then he's likely in for a beating by the French, I would imagine.
Spying on France and Poland.
Yeah. Why would he be spying on Poland? They have better tech.
I think it's for the tech, but
yeah, they have.
Yeah, I asked him. He said it's for the tech.
He has Admin Tech 10 and France has Admin 10 Tech, but he could just be spying on Florence.
Yeah, just always spy on Florence.
He could even do this and just spy on Florence. He has 0 PP because he lost war to Waffenberg. And he only got 1 province from Waffenberg, and then he got a lot from. Apparently that didn't count.
Yeah, the vassals don't count. If you take them from a vassal, it has to be from the direct rival.
Okay, let's take a look at. Whoa, what happened there? Take land. Florence. In a golden hour, I think the AI popped that because the guy was like 10 minutes late.
Yeah, I did that. I don't think he'd get that refunded because he was there.
He was the entire session. He's not really building regimental camps. He got churches everywhere, but he's making plus 30 ducats a month. Like his income is 100 ducats. I think you need to go delete all your churches and replace them with these. Oh well, the provinces that doesn't have a slot for regimental camp. Yeah, you could restructure your buildings. Like you're rich enough for that. You are running 5-3-5. That's really good. You have a good ruler. Religious culture is like you would be getting a lot from. No, yeah, religious culture, right? Yeah, state looks correct. Nobility land rights, I don't think that's necessary. You're far off. You could get the nobility in the officer corps, but aside from that, I don't really think. Did he get the? He got the Medici banking, so he can take 167 loans.
Yeah, it's like 30,000 or something.
Yeah. Even more if he gets. Oh well, yeah. The Pope keeps excommunicating him, right?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
now.
This Pope, like, why are you keeping the Pope alive? But the Pope is a dick to you because you have a 180 A with them.
You said just kill this and
And
then
then release them. Yeah. You kill the Pope and then release them back to Rome, and then all that A is reset.
Actually, don't even release them in Rome. Release them in a different province.
Yeah, release them in Ancona. Oh, well, that's century death. These also high death.
I don't know, just release them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or even make them your vassal after. Because Rome is the center of trade and it's got a monument.
Yeah. I mean, can you even use them? Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's something. This one up here is not that great, right? A lot of clergy loyalty with equilibrium, but so this Florence is really strong, and I think once he's finished with quality, he has three ways he can go: France, Castile, or Austria. Once he finishes this, and
yeah, his main problem here is land.
Yeah, he's gonna be getting,
and
like in 6 military ideas, he's gonna be getting 15 discipline. And he has a 100k, and if he built his force limits, like he's gonna have 30 more, so he's gonna have 130k troops with 120 discipline.
The place where you can get the most land, like you need land, and specifically low depth land, and that is Naples and Tunis.
Yeah.
Like Africa.
Like you could even strike a deal with Austria and France. Don't give Castile mill access, and then sit on this.
Maybe the Balkans. I think that's kind of bad too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is all owned by
Castile. There's not as many provinces there. Like Africa has a lot of provinces.
Yeah, that you can def really high, and it flows into your Genoa node and.
And I'm saying that objectively in case Lyric watches.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like it's possibly the easiest war you can win, and I definitely think you can win it once you get these two ideas, like the last ideas. Your nation
ideally, yeah. Ideally, you would also want, all of Italy for like the defensive terrain, but
yeah, like
yeah, you have to pick a target. You have 3.
Yeah, you have 3. France is here, Austria is here, and Castile is here. So you have 3 opportunities.
He's only allied to Muscovy, which is a weird alliance. I don't think that makes any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't help benefit him at all. Yeah, the Swedish country's doing fine. Not much to commend on.
Oh yeah, he's got like almost 80 innovativeness because he keeps on taking techs way ahead of time.
Darth, run me through your nation. What are you doing? Where's your capital? Your capital is in Geneva. Geneva is 62 development. You haven't built a force limit building or manpower building.
Why did I build those buildings?
I don't know, because there's the empty slot and you have money in the bank.
No, but I haven't suffered any casualties.
I know.
I haven't. Why would I build a force limit?
Have you checked if casualties your troops suffer as conducive count as yours?
I don't know.
Well, that might be
I have 0.
checking. Yeah.
I have 0. So. almost finished colonial Canada. It takes like 2 years or something.
And did you get a player?
Yeah.
Okay.
You apparently can't colonize if your capital is not connected to the coast.
Yeah,
So
I heard that. So
kind of sucks.
I guess I could put in the roster right now, but it's not even there yet, so maybe a bit odd. You had 77 innovativeness. Where are you getting all your money from? You're getting 28 ducats, 9 from trade and champagne.
Yeah. I don't really know why. But I am.
Well, I guess just Geneva. You build a marketplace here.
Yeah, I was getting 8 before, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to build a marketplace here.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's what 60 development. Have you been expanding infrastructure?
No. But, like, I have so many building slots.
But you can build another manufactory.
Why haven't you built one?
It's cloth. You cannot build cloth yet.
What would the other manufacturer that I built be?
I don't know, Rampart. um, statewide governing cost and minimum local autonomy. I don't know.
That's the thing.
I mean, you can't do it. Just pointing out. Okay, well, your nation is looking fine. You're not doing much, and you're getting
Yeah, I'm. No, what? England's not colonizing, so I
yeah.
am. And that's pretty much that.
So
So
England,
England beat up Cologne.
yeah,
Earlier.
England got a nice chunk of land. Like he's only 2 provinces off, and then French provinces off of owning the
He's got
English channel.
97%.
97, yeah.
Wait,
He's
who else was
behind.
collecting them?
Come again?
Who else was collecting an English channel? Somebody else was.
Utrecht, his
France.
vassal.
France. Oh, France. Me. I guess.
France is collecting. I guess he has
1 ducat. Oh, he's collecting Bordeaux. If he's not, he's not. He needs to do that.
Oh, it's all going into Champagne and it's leaking out of Champagne. And he has no control. Like, Champagne is such a leaky node. Actually, Florence, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's have merchants campaign. Where is merchants? Alexandria and Venice. I mean, I guess.
Alexandria is pulling 5 ducats. I think we'll be pulling more with caravan power from this.
Maybe.
Also, nothing is going from Tunis, but Tunis is dirt poor.
He doesn't have merchants, like he has to collect in Venice with his second merchant.
Yeah, he's making 8 ducats there.
And I think maybe Alexandria works fine if he doesn't want to annoy France, so just keep it.
But he should optimize his own trade, and optimizing his own trade is in Champagne.
I don't know if that's the case.
Well, he should definitely check it out because I think that is the case. You're yanking 5 ducats out here with 28%.
He's even sending boats there. I think, right? Yeah.
No, he's protecting
Genoa.
in Genoa. I guess somebody has pirates there. France is pirateering you. Don't want to annoy France, and the Pope is stealing some of your money, and Naples is as well, and Aragon. So England. England is 13 months away from forming, 12 months away from forming Ireland. It gets Irish ideas. I don't know if he can pop any of these missions, but if he can, he should.
Well, it doesn't matter. He could form Great Britain after.
Oh yeah, he can go into Great Britain and form that,
and then get these ideas again.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I didn't talk about this with him, but if he wanted to form Great Britain like later, he should have integrated Scotland. So he might just be going Ireland and then England right away. But check his cultures. Like, is he able to flip back to English? No. So I don't know what he's doing.
He got a lot of mainland. So he's not going to be able to switch back to English unless he de-states or something. Like half of England is Irish now.
So if he's not able to form England or Great Britain right away, he should have integrated Scotland a long time ago.
Yeah.
Even if you don't full state it, it's better than a vassal because vassals are bad.
I mean, especially like I guess if you have a vassal on your mainland that's fighting beside you, but Scotland is never gonna be able to possibly contribute on the mainland. Also, like England, you are Diptech 6. This is greedy as hell as a nation. Like Denmark with Diptech 8, can still with Diptech 9 land on England, and suddenly all your troops are stuck on mainland. You even have your heavy fleet mothballed. You are a bold man, sir. He
Well, they
doesn't
still
have.
have to beat his. They still have to beat his land army if anybody lands. But you
Well,
can hire
yeah,
mercs.
yeah, but then he has high mercs. Like this stuff here is not like even the strait is not
Yeah,
protected.
yeah. Build forts on that strait.
Like you can just land here, siege all of this. Like if you can beat his navy, that is. But navy is mothballed and his Diptech 6. Land here, siege it all down, and watch England suffer. Um, yeah, England should focus a bit on his fleet.
During this session, I think I had the strongest naval quality at one point.
He's
I got the naval reform.
he's rich as fuck. That's not the building we're looking at. He
Oh,
has
that's pretty nice.
yeah.
Pretty nice. Nice. How is manufactories?
He hasn't built a single.
Non-existent. Look at his churches. He's not really built any. So you can build churches. Don't be afraid of building churches in farm and grasslands, or states that have a center of trade.
Yeah,
Like
because you
just
can
build
go
them. Build them
to
early game.
like you have level 3 center of trade here.
Yeah,
Like
so like you can build
you have
churches in all those provinces,
yeah.
and some of them are farmlands. And the only reason you wouldn't is if you want the slot for like naval force on buildings, but I don't
or a fort
think
or
you really
something.
do.
So England is looking fine. England also, like England, me, Congo all have really bad rulers, but he's doing fine on tech and ideas. He's running 244. He has a city ruler.
He's got a York. It's kind of weird.
He's struggling with GovCap a bit, but actually, I don't know what he's gonna do to help that, but he's struggling with GovCap.
Wait, what was what's his rank?
Kingdom.
He's kingdom, right? Okay, yeah.
But he's only got 550 because he. Oh, it's first down here. Let's look at France. France has corruption. Please, boot that out. France has slot in nobility. Nobility in the officer corps is a really great one to pick.
Oh, it's pronounced corps.
Come again?
Nobility in the officer corps.
Corps.
Sorry. No, it's corps.
Corps.
Yeah, it's spelt like that, but it's pronounced corps.
Well, I'm not a native English speaker, and I see corpse, which is the Danish translation, is a corpse. Like, that is a literal Danish word for it. Like, how you say it in Denmark is a corpse. So, that's confusing as hell for me.
Like, just do whatever you want. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't want to just solitary. Yeah, well, no, nothing with the states. You are really going well on quantity ideas. 124 limit already.
That's something that could be said. For the 10th, for Tech 10, you don't have to take Mil Tech 10 because it's kind of bleh.
Yeah, like the cannons actually. Like what you get for cannons, you get one offensive mobile and one defensive shock.
And they don't have two, so it doesn't affect if you have two pips, then your front line get half. But with one, they get nothing. So, just in general, just always skip Tech 10 and just focus on ideas.
Unless you
Tech 11's good though.
Unless you are running CAF.
Unless you're running CAF as a Western nation, I guess.
Is there even anywhere that can do that? Doesn't Eastern Nation also get CAF at Tech 10?
I don't know. But every idea gives you 2% tech cost.
Yeah. So
full
just idea group with 14 tech cost.
And it's not even greedy. Like I do it with every idea group, but that's greedy. Here it isn't.
Running 3 good ruler, good air. For Mill at least, you're gonna have the 5 discipline soon, so that's gonna be really strong for you.
Improving relations with Bavaria and Bohemia? That doesn't seem right.
But he is doing it.
Are they auto? I don't know what he's doing there. No, they're not auto. Okay.
Are you
Spy
afraid?
on
Are you afraid the Austrian my subject is gonna collision you?
Florence or Geneva for tech.
Yeah. What is he doing here? Um. Well, I don't know.
Oh, he's got all of his forts mothballed. Well, I mean, not all of them, but he's not allied to Castile. Just keep those forts on, and same with the Florence ones.
Yeah. Like, imagine if Florence went in here, snatched Savoy, Salusu, and A, and then just sat there and watched you destroying
Dauphiné should be a fort as well, like Lyons or something
the
to
Finn. This
designate.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a mountain, and then Averne's also the other mountain.
Everyone here. Yeah, like you can
Other
have
than,
only up here you cannot really have defensive terrain. Like,
and as you've noticed against Crediacs, you just kind of want a fort above Paris, even though it's flat. Just just so people don't walk
yeah.
around.
I mean, he has Namur now.
No, but like Crediacs walk through England and then like walk
Yeah.
around Paris.
I
And
mean, if
then
you get Breda and Loon, then you can have a full defensive line. How's his buildings looking? He was doing very well on these, yes. You might need to restructure some churches. Doing good on these. No manpower buildings, so a lot of potential manpower to be gained.
one manufacturing.
I mean, he's not really lacking anything. He could be improving relations with the Pope instead of improving relations with Austrian subjects.
All the Catholics could be doing that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's improved relation 88.
Unfortunately, the Pope is probably not. He doesn't want to ally many people anymore because he's allied to too many.
Well, I can kill Salzburg and it maybe wants another ally.
Or maybe just me specifically because I'm too small. He doesn't want to ally.
Well, I can kill Salzburg and tell you when to do, and then you can possibly do it.
So Castile had a fun session. He got attacked by Morocco and built up some boats, and then beat him back.
Yeah.
And now this is the second war after
Morocco left.
Morocco left.
He also got Naples, and he got Byzantium.
And
I'm not saying he shouldn't do it, but I'm saying I'm Castile. I like to expand wherever I please. I paint a big target on my back. I'm Castile. Hello, come kill me. Like, it's a bit what he's doing. Iberian forts need some restructuring. Well, he can form Spain once he finishes this war. Valencia forts need to go into Ruel. You can build another fort in Girona if you want to, or in Urgell. So you could also, these are universal, but when you integrate them, you could delete these forts, and then Florence maybe couldn't get 50 war score from sitting on this. Just a fort. Also, there's war score, like you have forts here. So he defended all his territory with forts, and he's going to be able to expand down to Safi and Tunis.
Oh, that merchant's happy. That's bad.
Yeah, it goes that way anyway.
Oh, Portugal has one there too. Just you should collect in Sevilla if you can't stay anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean, I think he had one colony over here. I told him he should go and get this monument here. Because if you're not gonna form
well, I think he is going to form a colonial nation in Mexico. Like, who? I don't think anyone else.
Oh, he has this up here. Well, if he forms a colonial nation, then Portugal should get this monument. I don't think the others are anything worthwhile. But like, just keep in mind that if you don't form a colonial nation, you can have the monument for yourself. And as a land-based power, this is the best monument in the New World.
But Mexico is the best region.
That is true.
All the gold, and Castile has some really high treasure fleet modifiers.
This one up here is also great, but that's very hard to get as without forming colonial nation. Yeah, so just keep that in mind that you can possibly also snatch monuments here. This one gives inflation reduction. There's some decent modifiers over here somewhere. Idea cost reform progress, it's something. Mercenary manpower. Yeah, this one bugged for me while I was trying to code it, so you must be Andean to have it, because if I didn't when I removed the text line, it just kept crashing for no particular good reason. The game just kept crashing if I removed the culture group from this one. But yeah, keep that in mind. Castile has a force limit of 60
This is a bit low.
because he doesn't have any force limit buildings.
You have all your forts. I guess you're at war. Never mind.
You have built all your manpower buildings, but that's quite low. And no manufactories. So Castile is just going around expanding instead of... He took the Diplo one everywhere, yeah. Looks great. And
Yeah, you can just start actually culture converting to Castilian and this Andalusian stuff for your 10 dev cost mission. The sooner the better before you start deving. Expel the Morisco.
The Moriscos.
I don't know what it is, but yeah. That all needs to be Castilian.
I mean, you can
or
also
your primary culture. Whatever your primary culture
is. Castilian, okay.
And
yeah.
he almost has that one. He just needs sail.
Yeah, and then he has an int mission. And
then Castile gets
some. 445.
I don't think you get that one. That one requires Colombia. I mean, he might get it, but
yeah.
Castile gets an event where you get an explorer, so that lets you do this chain. Normally you can't unless you take exploration.
I think it died while he was AI or something. He told.
Yeah, but you only need it to be alive for like 1 second.
But what is he doing with all his money? Is he just putting it into wars, I guess?
He's got loans.
Yeah, so I guess he's putting it into loans, burger loans. But yeah, he really needs to get built up. Like, at this point, Florence can just go in and beat him.
Not navally, but...
Yeah, but, well, either France or Austria gets Florence occupies this, Austria or France gets access, and then Florence start occupying either this or this.
Yeah.
Like, Florence could just...
He did white piece Florence. Like, when he was POing Naples, Florence attacked Naples, and then it ended up being Florence against Castile because Castile is now the overlord, and then they white piece.
Yeah.
And Florence maybe truce broke for that war.
Yeah, Florence did truce break.
So it's questionable, but I think maybe he's just overestimated Castile.
Yes. Well, Florence, like, in 6 more miladiers, Florence can just go in and beat the shit out of Castile. Like, Castile wouldn't stand a chance, even with Spain
until...
formation.
I don't know about that, the Spain formation. Well, unless Spain has 21 ideas.
Yeah, but because Florence should, all else being equal, form that way before Castile.
Yeah, probably.
And maybe even before we get into the next age.
They're both in golden era.
Yeah, but he even needs to go to next age, and then he needs 800 points for Terracos. So yeah, Florence can like... Castile is so much weaker than Aragon, than France, Austria, and England. It's actually scary. What is Castilian allies? Castile is not allied to anyone. No player allies. Could Florence attack the Pope and co-build Castile?
Yes. But why? Oh, so it's an AI war leader?
Yeah, and more war score.
I guess.
Like, Rome is going to be worth a lot of war score
if you... So I tested this with Craft the other day. If you co-belligerent someone, you automatically get called in.
Yeah,
like, they automatically get called in.
I know.
It was questionable. And...
No, I've done it before, just to automatically call people in to start occupying them instantly. Instead of having to sit and wait for them to... Like, especially if I know they're going to accept, just co-build them, and then they can march straight into the territory instantly. I've done it a few times in my current Europe campaign. Yeah, you get your cannon stack, rush this fort down, occupy this, and then...
Are you able to piece out somebody through an AI war leader?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so just attack the Pope. If you start losing, you just white piece them.
Yeah. And if you're winning, then you can only take what you have occupied. Castile can't really, just attack the Pope, take this, like co-build Castile and take this. Castile doesn't have any allies. Like, he can even do it now, to be honest. Like, Castile cannot match. Like, he has what, 70 troops, and their quality is equal right now. The Florentian quality is gonna skyrocket once he finishes his ideas, but yeah, I think this Castile might be in for a beating by Florence.
He really said allied Portugal, I think, at some point. I don't know why it's not
Yeah,
happening.
Portugal is allied to Shanghai and Geneva, so maybe Shanghai's big and scary. Portugal is just chilling in the New World. Not really much to comment on, I guess. Lack of
His merchant in Safi also doesn't need to be there. There's some
yeah.
people in the Caribbean. Is anybody steering the Caribbean?
I mean, it's
Oh,
going to but though. This
yeah,
is
yeah.
free
Put a
money.
merchant.
This is
Put a
free
merchant
money
in the
for
Caribbean.
fans. Oh no! Put a merchant here, please. This cannot go this way. Yeah, right. Yeah. So put a merchant in there, please. It's gonna help.
The Brazil merchant also doesn't do anything either. Yeah, yeah. Trade company that. So you gotta. Well, actually, I don't know. Do you want a trade company that? It's a gold mine.
Well, it doesn't apply to production income.
Uh, I don't know about this.
I don't think it should. It shouldn't apply to production income. Maybe it does with gold mining.
I just, for some reason, I'm under the impression that you don't trade company gold mines. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
you might be right.
But your Brazil merchant also doesn't do anything. It just goes one direction.
Yeah.
I don't know where you'd want to put that, but that Tunis,
Well,
I guess.
one in
Yeah,
Caribbean, and one in Tunis.
no, Tunis is going to anyway. But this, oh, you could collect. You're collecting in Sevilla. Never mind. You could put one in Katsina, but that'd screw over your ally. But you might technically have to do that.
Yeah.
No,
Or
it's no
Timbuktu.
Katsina's. Yeah, well, Timbuktu's is 50-50 going. Okay, yeah, if you put
Yeah,
one in Timbuktu and steer it to Safi,
but it's
Caravan Power Pole.
so much local. So Caravan Power pulls a lot.
But later on, you can get them in India and stuff.
Yeah. Honestly,
But
he's close to getting it. Like once it finishes, he can put it in Zanzibar.
but the Caribbean, you need that one.
Yeah, Caribbean definitely. So I promised to cover Macduff. What do you want me to cover, Macduff? Event Expo, Expansion Offensive. You're behind
You
in
want to
ideas.
explore it.
You're just gonna be chilling. You don't get this gold income. DMG
Is he getting
subsidizing.
subbed? Is he subbing?
No.
No. Yeah.
You might
It's feels
be
bad.
getting it into gifts. I don't know. So, what do you want me to look at, Macduff? You told me I should look at your nation. You have provinces you can convert. You can do
He
that.
doesn't need to really as a colonization, but you should.
I mean, it's lower on this, right?
No, I don't. I mean, I guess tolerant to the true faith.
Yeah, it's higher. Like it doesn't give like a heretical heathen province does not give any penalties. Yeah, but like you have plus what? 4 of the true faith.
And I think they need to be Catholic for holy orders. I'm not sure about that one.
For what?
Holy orders.
Yeah, and like Lord religious. Oh, you're not. You don't have states. No,
No.
it doesn't say anything
Okay.
about that. Oh, that's minor thing. We can likely do nothing about your trade. You're steering from the Plata, and you're collecting here. You're steering from Amazonas. Yeah. I don't know. Not much to say here. So that is how it looks. There might be some bloodbath in Europe. There might be even more bloodbath in Asia. Middle East is very spicy. Shanghai Congo might erupt. Castile is weak, but it's going like Spain formation is going to make it a lot stronger. And Castile has like the only countries that are really built at this point is England, France, and Austria. Everyone else.
Was this a doll?
I think Adal was up there as well. Yeah. Um. Like, nah. Like compared to
Yeah. Not really.
like Florence, France, Austria, and England are the only countries that's really built. Everyone still has a long way to go, and I guess Austria still has subjects to integrate. So does England. So France and Florence are actually the only countries that are really like maximize the potential from the provinces. everyone else is doing catch up. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. A bit longer cast when I don't do it alone. Thanks for helping me.
Oh wait, hold on. We forgot Cardiacs.
Is he still playing?
Yeah, he's still playing.
Tech rot. This country is likely rotten.
He is still playing. Yes, it is confirmed. He's still playing.
20 corruption. I mean, this country's dead to corruption.
He's still playing though.
He needs 20 years of rooting out corruption.
He's smaller than Geneva.
He's behind on tech. He's up to date on ideas, but the new idea set is coming up. He can sell and seize, I guess.
But yeah, that's all to say, really. It's sad.
Yeah, it's dead. It's a dead nation. Especially QQ, Russia, Shanghai, Congo has a lot to gain from building up. Like, everyone basically has a lot to gain from building up. The only ones in this small theater is the one built up. So thanks for tuning in, and see you around, and thanks to Darth for helping me doing this.